What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link, they also asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled, How Can You Check the disrespect that you taught? I see with this situation with Kodak Black going down. I think me and O'Shea going to talk about it a little bit later. But Kodak Black is a young man. And, you know, now we're old. And we back in my day, we them people, right? But all of a sudden, all these people want to come and check somebody about disrespect. Now, you do realize the level of disrespect that you feel like he displays is a level of disrespect that he learned from you, from the generation prior. Like, how you gonna check that disrespect that you taught? See, it was okay to diss people when they were dead, or to allude that you did something to them that caused them to be dead. It's just in hip-hop culture. That was okay. Oh, but now somebody that you like is passed, and these younger people can't speak. But you taught them to be that disrespectful. You know, it was part of the aura of being a gangster. I'm rebellious. I'm disrespectful. I do what I want. I say what I want. Right? Oh, but now somebody's saying something that you don't like. Now, we need to stop. Like, chill out. You're going too far. Now we need to be diplomatic. Yeah. See, I agree that we need to be diplomatic, but I don't agree with is some of the people coming out telling him to be diplomatic. Tank, I appreciate that one. I could dig that. The game, because if I'm not mistaken, he got in a fight at a funeral. I know he got in a fight like in France, just over some dumb stuff. You know, so you can't tell somebody to respect the dead when you got in a fight at a funeral. I don't know who caused the fight, I'm just saying. But from my understanding, he got in a fight at a funeral. So to come at, you need to watch your, chill out. You know, and even the way some of the people coming at him, you know, yo, you rapping for your fam, and I get that. So now I guess he on a no-fly zone. You get what I'm saying? And everybody coming together against him. But see, here's the issue with that. You do realize, you know, all the beefs that everybody else got into publicly 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and how they carried themselves in those beefs, and being heartless and merciless and not caring about what happened to these people, their friends, their family, cracking jokes and, you know, making fun of if people passed away, and you know, puffing your chest out like, you know, yeah, I'm here and they not type stuff. That was disrespectful. That was highly disrespectful. But for you, when you was around his age, that was cool. You know, because guess what? We got that disrespect from the generation prior when they was adults in the 80s, in the streets and the drug era of the 80s. Because that's when it just went into overdrive, you know, mid 80s to, you know, late 90s. You know, people just doing whatever, everything counted. People was running around talking about, you know, their favorite person on the planet was Scarface. That's how I want to be. Scarface was a disrespectful little emotional bitch. But you wanted to be like him. And somebody, what? Yeah, that's what he was. That's what he was. You know, he had morals. No, the fuck he didn't. Think about it. He crossed everybody that he knew. But he would get mad if somebody crossed him. Right? Right? I think he killed his boss and stole his lady. But he got mad at his homeboy that was messing with his sister. See, he was a fucking hypocrite. I'm not killing no kids. Motherfucker, you sell dope to the fucking world. You kill kids all the time. You break up families. What the fuck are you talking about? But see, this is disrespect. But see, all of a sudden, people have a heart Now people have now you got morals because there's certain places that you won't go. Well, here's the problem with that. When you were disrespectful, you didn't think or take into consideration as people younger than you watching, and they don't see you as ethical as you see yourself. Oh, I wouldn't do that. It's some shit that you did that crossed a lot of lines already. And you know, we have these discussions when we talk about even, you know, family life, where, you know, your family was just out of bounds. But they got older, they got wiser. Some of them ran to religion, and then all of a sudden, oh, they were a new person, and then that was the old me, this is the new me. But you got to understand that younger generation live with the old you. And you never fixed anything that the old you did, actually. You just became a new person and just left everything there. You just left the mess there and said, I'm a new person. That old me is in the past, but everything that I did in the past still counts, but whatever. You know? So that's the problem with it. Now, we got to take these things into consideration nowadays, because if you're teaching this disrespect, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to come back to bite you in your ass. See, now you want people to be respectful. Now you want people, you know, back in my day, they did this, that, and the third. You was spitting on people back in the day. You was slapping crackheads back in the day. You get what I'm saying? You didn't care who you was selling to back in the day, right? You know, people were shooting outside of schools. The Freaknik, and people were screwing people just out in public on cars and cars back in the day. It didn't matter. People was on tape back in the day doing all kinds of stuff, right? Y'all think, I mean, you know, I was a teenager in the 90s. I remember a lot from back in the day. Even in the 80s. I remember the cocaine parties back in the day. But you want to act like that didn't make us harsh, and then we did some harsh stuff. And now the people under us, you know, they shouldn't be that harsh. Now, the one thing I can absolutely agree with is this, though. A lot of the people of a younger generation didn't have it as hard. Just like we didn't have it as hard as the generation prior to us. So we looked at them like, you kind of overdoing it, because you didn't really struggle like you thought you struggled. You're not as actually hard as you think you are, because you couldn't survive in these certain circumstances right now. You couldn't make it, because you ain't really built like that. You ain't really built for that pressure. You ain't really built for making something out of nothing in a harsh environment. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get that part. But this ideology that y'all gotta respect people, you know, I absolutely agree that you should respect people, but I just gotta point out that some of y'all better check y'all history. I mean, y'all really better check the things y'all have said and done to other people over the years. That's still, you know, part of your aura, part of how you get down. You know, because if you don't, you're going to overlook something very major. And what I mean by that is, you're going to overlook the fact that you wasn't shit. You really wasn't shit. And then you want to act like, you know, oh, I'm a new person too, just like them church folks you know, you would make fun of. Oh, now this nigga went to church, and now, you know, they a new person. New person, my ass. How you a new person? If you so new, you gonna remember all the shit you did and fix that. Well, it's the same goes for us, people in our generation. If we so new and we so moral now, we got all this respect now, you're gonna have to turn around and look at your past and fix some of that shit. But see, I doubt that happens, because you don't want to address some of that shit. You don't want to look at some of those family, those people's family and their friends in the eye and say what you did wrong. You don't want to, you know, fix what the bridges you burned. You just want to stand on that, you know, on that pile of bones, like, yeah, this is what I did. This is how I got my name in these streets. So if you living like that, and you've lived like that, and now all of a sudden you mad at the disrespect that's going on, you might want to sit down for a second. You might want to sit down for a second. Because y'all turn right around and say, I'm going to beat your ass. That's the point. That's the point. You exactly as disrespectful as him, but you feel like you'll do more damage than him, so he need to watch his mouth. No, you taught him to be that disrespectful. Now you got to live with it. I'm just saying. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.